Today, using VR and AR to design Wi-Fi networks visually. My guest today is Ryan Hadley of Wi-Fi design startup Signal Forest. Join us right after this short break. All right, everybody, welcome back. Everyone, my name is Claus Hetting, of course, and I'm the host of Wi-Fi Now TV. This is the interview program that brings you all the great stories, and not least all the great people from across the Wi-Fi industry. And Wi-Fi Now TV, we like startups with great ideas, and I'll be interviewing one such a young company today. The company is called Signal Forest, and they are, as far as I know at least, the only company right now with a solution to use VR and AR to visually design and troubleshoot Wi-Fi installations. And it's really cool stuff. I'm going to talk to Ryan about that in just a moment. So before we get to that, remember that we're taking Wi-Fi Now, the expo and conference, to the great city of Washington, D.C. this April 18th to 20th. And we've got something like 40 great speakers lined up to give you the latest insights on Wi-Fi business and technology. And we also have dozens of exhibitors lined up to show you the finest in Wi-Fi solutions. More than that, the FCC is going to be there. We have a big contingent from the cable industry there to talk about what they're doing with carrier Wi-Fi. And there's lots and lots of other things going on. So if you're in the wireless industry, this is the one event you're not going to want to miss. And if you are interested in exhibiting or some other role at Wi-Fi Now DC, you better be quick, because we have, as far as I know, only a couple of spaces left. For all the details, go to wifinowevents.com/USA. And if you have any questions, drop me a line at Klaus@Wi-Fi Now Events. I hope to see you all in DC, so please mark your calendars. Now, for today's show, as I said earlier, we like startups with great ideas. And on this show, here's one such startup using VR and AR to design and troubleshoot Wi-Fi installations. The company is called Signal Forest. It's based in the Dallas area. And here's Ryan Hadley, I think one of the founders. Welcome to Wi-Fi Now TV, Ryan. Good to see you.
Thank you very much, Klaus. Likewise, great to see you.
So Ryan, we've been battling to get you on the show for whatever reason for a long time. And I'm happy we finally managed to find a slot for you and get this sorted out, because I think you've got some really cool technology happening and some great ideas. Give us a quick introduction to Signal Forest.
So Signal Forest, I originally started that company because I was doing consulting work for various companies, design and troubleshooting, that sort of thing. But then as I spent more time in the industry, I realized that I probably needed to change the direction that I felt I needed to go in. And that really was innovation. I'm really excited about offering software, tools, methodology to really improve how people design Wi-Fi networks. And that is really key.
Right. And designing Wi-Fi networks is obviously critical for getting these things to work properly. There's a lot of Wi-Fi networks that go up and are put up by IT people that perhaps don't have a great deal of experience with RF and proper Wi-Fi design. So this is really critical, for the industry in general. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely. There have been many times where people have come to me and said, we've spent all this time and all of this money, made all this effort, looking at our firewalls, our routers, our switches, only to come back and realize that it was a bad Wi-Fi design that actually brought down their app-centric environment at their office. So it's
I think that happens a lot. So you've created a new set of tools for designing and troubleshooting Wi-Fi networks. Can you tell us a little bit more about them in detail?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first tool we have is called Puddle Jump. Puddle Jump is a web-based predictive Wi-Fi collaboration tool. As I stated, it is all web-based. There's no installation required. There's no dongle, no licensing. It's all web-based. So all the work that's done is through a portal. Everything is kept track of. Projects, all of that is all managed online. And you can collaborate and design with other designers in a shared workspace. You can also quickly and easily generate a BOM, a bill of materials, for your customers, for your clients, and you can work directly hand in hand with any VAR that you choose, depending on which hardware rollout that you choose. So really, overall, Klaus, the idea behind this is we want to empower a lot of people to be able to quickly and easily design accurate, predictive Wi-Fi networks and then deliver really, really clear, concise reporting, and also make it more accessible to people to be able to design Wi-Fi networks. Because right now it's a little specialized, and we want to take that away.
Well, that's a fantastic mission, and I support you. I think that is a super important mission to be on. So good for you. Ryan, I want you to tell us maybe a little bit more about the VR or AR aspect of what you're doing, because that's one of the things that caught my attention, because obviously there's a lot of work going on in VR and AR, but here's an actual practical use case for Wi-Fi industry people that I thought was very interesting. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely, Klaus, and you nailed it. The practicality of AR and VR, so as we're calling it mixed reality, is really lacking. There are a lot of really, really cool things that we've seen, but they are essentially purely entertainment based, right? So with IY, what we're planning on doing is we're allowing someone to interface with an augmented reality implement or any type of virtual reality implement, tablets, phones, what have you, and interface with a puddle jump design, and then it will render a simulated RF environment that you can walk through. I mean, it's a very visceral experience that we're trying to create for people. I want to get people away from looking at dashboards and that sort of thing. I want them looking at devices, being able to look at a device and be able to know instantly what it's connected to, which access point, a number of different things with your eyes.
Fantastic. It sounds like not only very useful, but also really interesting experience as well. I think we've got a couple of graphics that I think Kyle can throw up. And I think they're mock-ups from your simulation there.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you describe to us what we're seeing on those pictures?
Sure. So the first image that you see here is actually a signal density image. And what this is illustrating is if you're in a conference room and you have one access point in that conference room, it might be an appropriate deployment of an access point in that location, that type of model. But you may be able to determine, based on what you're seeing the access point doing and the interactivity between the devices and that access point, that maybe it's not the best access point for you to have, or maybe you need another one. So this will allow you to quickly and easily, visually, using AR or VR, look at an access point and know its capacity, what spectrums are overloaded, what channels it's running, and then make appropriate adjustments based on that. You'll also be able to tell who's lacking in the technology world, who needs to actually upgrade their devices, because as you know, in a Wi-Fi world, the lowest connecting device is often the lowest common denominator. So that will also help as well.
So it's a fantastic idea. So where did you get that idea specifically for this product? What inspired you to do this?
So I was a part of a development kit. I purchased a development kit for virtual reality and just instantly fell in love with it. And being such a fan of Wi-Fi, I looked at it and I said, why aren't we doing this already? And I looked around and I was baffled by the apparent lack of putting these two things together. I said, well, I need to do this. So that's what I did. And I set out to do this. And, it shows like yours, it's really going to help promote this technology, promote the awareness. And I'm really hoping that this starts to take center stage in terms of what we're going to be doing with troubleshooting Wi-Fi networks in the future.
Mm-hmm. So this is obviously radically different from anything else out there in terms of design and planning and troubleshooting. Would you not say so? I haven't seen anything like this. I don't think that anybody else has it.
No, as far as I know, I haven't seen anything, that's like this. Being the first, I want to make it a point that, that there were a lot of firsts in industries in VR, like with the Oculus Rift and that sort of thing. And then other technologies came off of that idea, which is great. I'm all for the promotion of this technology. I really, really think that this is a fantastic avenue to be explored, and it doesn't have to just stay with Wi-Fi either. It can be applied to cellular networks. It can be applied to point-to-point wireless, point-to-point microwave. there are a lot of different applications that this could be used for.
So other than appealing to people's imagination, because this really does appeal to people's imagination, if you're an IT engineer or anybody for that matter, putting on a set of VR glasses or using your phone for AR, or whichever way that you're doing it, to actually be able to visualize these things, I think is super powerful. And I think you'll find a lot of people will perk up their ears when they hear this. But apart from that, what do you see are the specific, benefits, business benefits, if you like? So time, money, efficiency, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so in terms of being able to troubleshoot a Wi-Fi network quickly and easily, having somebody looking at a controller, an interface on a controller, or looking at, Excel style databases, it's very linear with what you can do, right? Very restrictive. So being able to quickly and easily diagnose Wi-Fi issues in the field by using this, you can know far sooner than if you would actually sit there and have meeting after meeting trying to figure out, okay, well, this issue kind of happens now and, kind of happens then. We need to pull all of our resources. That's all done away with. So all the time and the effort that companies spend to troubleshoot these Wi-Fi issues can be more readily accomplished with technology like this, saving time and money.
Absolutely. So what are the next steps for you as a company? Are you looking for investors, trials, and that sort of thing? And actually, before maybe even I asked that, maybe you could give us a status of the product as it stands right now.
So right now, Puddle Jump, we're 2 weeks away from a closed beta. So that we're really hoping that that Puddle Jump will be successful. People will be interested in having that tool. And then based on the response and the income that we make from that tool, we'll put a lot of research and development into IY. IY right now as it stands is merely a concept, but we do have a patent both for Puddle Jump and for IY. So we're looking for investors to help us bring this technology to light.
So you obviously know that you're going to be a complete star in the Wi-Fi industry now that you've they're going to be all over you, Ryan.
I hope so, Klaus, and I'll have Wi-Fi now to thank.
All right, that's good. So Ryan, actually, and I'm also trying to get you to our Wi-Fi Now event in DC where you can talk to everybody. I hope you'll be able to make it there. I think it's a really, really super cool idea to use these technologies in this way. And I wish you lots of luck, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on. See you next time.
Absolutely. All righty. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. All right. That's it for this week's show. Big thanks to Ryan from Signal Forest for joining us. And in the next episodes, we will have, in no particular order, Mojo Networks, Mr. William Webb's going to be back on the show. Open Mesh and TV Whitespace leader Adaptrum is also joining us in the coming weeks. So watch out for all of that. Tune in again next time. And thank you for watching.
Wi-Fi Now is a production of RCR TV News. To suggest a show topic or to learn more about Wi-Fi Now events, you can reach Claus Hetting at klaus@hettingconsulting.com. To find out more about Wi-Fi Now and all things wireless, visit rcrwireless.com.